Milli Vanilli. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a lovely day. So here is, I'm going to make some room on the bench here. Here is my 100 disc carousel. I think I did a video about this a few years ago. Anyway, what's happening is I've decided to give it to my son. He's going to be 42 this August, end of August, so end of summer, close to that. Anyway, this has been sitting on the shelf for going on, it's a 100 disc carousel, one of the first models that Sony came out with. It's been sitting up there collecting dust. I took all the CDs except for this one, obviously. That is Milli Vanilli. It's in slot 84 right now. Anyway, I had these all programmed in. When you set this all up, you took the CD covers out, you put them in this little, like a photo album type book, and you scrolled through that book, and if you wanted to play CD 69, you scrolled over to 69, you hit enter, I think. Or you could directly enter that in on the remote. And it would tell you, if you programmed it in, it would tell you what CD that was. Or you could just scroll through here instead of the book, if you programmed it all in. And it was about 4, maybe 5, 6 years ago that I pulled this off the shelf, and it had all those settings that I programmed in showing up on the front display. And I've recently pulled it out or off the shelf, and it's not showing that anymore. So obviously it's lost that memory. My big concern is that there might be a nickel cadmium battery or a capacitor or something that held that memory that's leaking. If it's a CR2032, I'm going to replace it today. If it's hard to get at, I'm going to explain that to my kid that he needs to do that. I just want to make sure it's not leaking and destroying a PC board somewhere. He's getting this, he's not coming this weekend. He's bringing my grandchildren. If I have to, I'll speed this shit up. He's bringing my grandchildren. I haven't seen them in over a year. And he's going to grab this. He says he wants it. The other thing he wants is I found, I don't even know what screws I need to take out. I found a Bruce Springsteen. It's about 12 by 12, 14 by 14 maybe, box. And it says Bruce Springsteen 3 cassette set, CR02, chromium dioxide tape. And it doesn't have any tapes in it. And that's when I realized I gave him my 260 cassette tape cases full of cassettes. And that Bruce Springsteen set was in there. And I thought, you know, I would have kept that. I would not have given that to my kid. Then I looked it up, and the best I could find is you can buy it brand new for 25 bucks. Actually, I think it was that. I can't remember. Until Bruce Springsteen dies, it's not valuable. And you know what? I don't need the money. And I don't think my kid would sell it for the money either, even if Bruce did die. I'm just going to watch these screws, make sure they're all the same length. And actually, you know what? I fucked up already. Because the ones I'm taking out of the back are shorter than the ones on the front. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 short ones and 4 long ones and 3 short ones. I think the short ones are coming out of the back. Should have paid attention from that right when I started. Yeah, the short ones are coming out of the back. So I got to make 2 separate piles. I'm wearing my slippers, by the way. I don't know if you can see that. And it's nice in here. It's according to that, it's 20 degrees Celsius. It's a little bit humid in here. It's not conditioned air right now, but it's freaking plus 32 Celsius outside right now. Is that all? I think I got it on this other side. So 4 on that side, 4 long ones for this side. Fast forward this if you want. I just want to see if it's easy to get at. If it has a CR2032, I'm going to swap it. I bought like a shitload of them off of Amazon. think a 12 pack or something like that. CR2032 was pretty popular, even in the 90s. I purchased this probably around 1996, 97, maybe 98. I don't remember. What's the date on here? Can't see right now. My main concern is to make sure that battery, if it has a battery, is not leaking, causing damage. Well, there we go. I remember this being easy to take off. When I moved, I tipped it over and 100 discs were in there and they all fell out of the slots and it jammed up. Okay, so what are we looking at now? Doesn't look like there's any other control boards except for what's right here. This might not even be battery backed up. It might be capacitor backed up. No swelling on that. I don't see any leaks right away. What I'm looking for is the backup battery, if it even has one. This appears to be the CD laser part. Oh, and there's a disc in there as well. Party something. I gotta get to that. This is probably nothing to worry about. Just want to make sure it doesn't have an easily replaceable CR2032, and I don't think it does. So the kid's gonna get it just as is. Here's a little bit of an eye that might need dusting off. A couple more eyes over here. If it starts to act up, those eyes will need to be professionally cleaned. And then it just dawned on me, the battery's probably, this is more or less the power supply. It interfaces with the CD player right there. The battery, if anything, is in the front face. So that could be part 2, or you could just stay and watch. I don't know. This part I've never taken off before. It looks like that is a lot more screws than I really want to dick with today, but I'll keep these in separate piles. Shorts for the back, longs for the side. Start taking screws out. I hope I don't have to tip it over. If I do, I better take that out. The CD that's loaded, I don't think I can take that out. Nope, not without power. I'll bet you the battery, if there is one, is in the front control board. Here, let me power that up for you. And then I'll cut this video short and I'll just put it in the comments. Let's put this in slot 77, cover facing this way. Now it's going to hunt. That's what these little sensors are for. I should actually clean them. Oh, it's playing the CD that's in slot 57. I don't remember how this works. I think now it's going to hunt until it finds another disc. Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. And it's got a little thing that taps. I can see a little rod there that taps down. I don't know if you could see that. Right there, it's tapping down. Each time this moves, it's tapping down, looking for another disc. If that little tap down lever gets interrupted, that's what it says, hey, I found a disc. And then it's going to load it. Pretty cool, actually. Made in Japan, I guess. I think Sony was made in Japan, I'm not sure. Disc 77, now it's spinning. As far as I know, it plays. Anyway, I'm going to pause the camera and take the front cover off and see if I can find that battery. This is as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to start undoing these ribbon cables and whatnot. I don't see an easily accessible battery replacement. I'm positive though that the memory backup power is in the front panel. Way beyond my scope today. So I'm going to put it back together. I don't see any evidence of a battery leaking. I do see evidence that my cat I had that euthanized in 2007. I know it was 2007. That's the same year I got laid off from the other cable company. I'll name the name, Shaw Cable. 2009. That's when I bought this house. Yeah. Anyways, that cat had pissed on anything that was sitting on the basement floor. I had an Harman Kardon citation receiver that I paid $1,000 for it, and I still have the receipt. I actually gave it to the buyer, still had the receipt. Citation receiver. It was an anniversary edition. I paid $1,000 for that in 1976, and I'm pretty sure the citation receiver was on the very bottom, because I wouldn't put it on top of this because it was really heavy. It weighed over 100 pounds. It was huge, and it was destroyed by cat piss, and I still got, I think about 6 years ago, $750 for it, and had a lot of damage because of cat piss. And I see a little bit of evidence of yellow. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I'll wash my hands as soon as I go in. Some of these screws are corroded on the one side, so I think Bobo pissed on it. That's a lid switch. I'm just going to put this back together. Tell my kid to take it in and get it refurbished. Check to make sure it doesn't have a leaking battery, or do your online research, whatever he wants to do, and make sure that these don't have the same fate as the old 486 386 motherboards had, where the nickel cadmium battery leaked and the thing sat in the corner over there or whatever in your garage or office or closet, and that battery leaked and destroyed a bunch of traces. Probably not as likely on something from the 90s, but everything from the 70s and 80s that used that battery had that issue. So I'm just going to put this back together. I'll show you putting in one screw. I got them separated. The front cover screws here are a different size than the sides, and the back is the longest. I got 3 different sizes of screws here. Thanks for watching. Oh, I went to Walmart the other day. Let me go the wrong way here. And I got a bunch of Campbell's soup. I'm not going to touch them because I got cat piss. Well, it's not really piss. It's a yellow, crusty, alkaline stuff from years. Can't zoom in or out in this mode. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I'll touch one. These are good to 2025, January to February 2025. The best fucking canned food I've ever had. Don't get the vegetable. Don't get the sirloin and all the other crap. Just get the chunky beef. This is one fucking healthy, tasting meal. It's just the right size too. 515 mils. $2.50 Canadian a can. I got 8 of them a couple days ago at Walmart. And I'm leaving that in the garage because right now at this time of year, my pantry gets really hot. It's facing the south wall. The door is open right now and the air conditioning's on. This is my little hoard here. An actual functional garage. Let me pan around and show you. It's got a bench grinder that actually works. It's got a lawnmower that I use. It's got a snow blower that I only use after blizzards. And I can actually park a vehicle in it. Look, that's amazing, eh? And it's got some toys. Like, I'm able to use a bench light there. I got a soldering iron over there. I got my Ego batteries right there. Those ones are all charged. The one over there on the right beside the CD player, that's waiting for a charge. I'll charge that just before I use it. And I'm getting to this. I'm cleaning this out. I'm giving all of my CDs and the CD player. I'm not giving my kid that. Maybe I will if he talks me into it when he comes over. Right up here. That's not retro yet. That's a it's bought in the early 2000s, I believe. It's an MP3 player. It's made by, I can't see, RCA. MP3 10-watt output power digital tuner remote control. Oh, that's the other thing. I have the remote control for that. I have the remote control for that. It's in one of these boxes here somewhere. I'm getting rid of all this shit to make room for enjoying my retirement. So I can, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't need it. What I do want to buy, I'll show you this over here. Right in the center of your screen is the DeWalt collection that I have. I now have the lithium-ion drill with the smaller batteries, but all my old DeWalt takes the big, I think they're 18 volt or 14 volt. I want to buy the adapter. I'm not quite sure what volt this takes. But all of my big old-fashioned batteries don't work anymore. And those lithium batteries really kick ass for the new drill, so I want to buy the adapter for that. I got to go through these and try and figure out which ones of these are garbage. This is dated 2015. My name's on it because I actually used them at work. Work wouldn't buy me a new set, so I said, fuck you, and I bought my own set. I'm trying to clear out as much as I can, just so I can enjoy my retirement. I want everything here off the floor. When I'm done, I'm sure I can do that. I'm getting really close. Hey, I can park a vehicle in my garage. How many of you can actually say that? Not very many. I'll tell you that right now. I was a cable guy for 42 years and I saw the hordes.